What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Techtonica, where today we're about to enter this message to go to whatever the signal is.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Undertow.
Escape pods detected. It's an Excalibur. Gotta make our way all the way over there again. One moment.
Welcome, Groundbreaker, to the Excalibur. Proceed to your designated safety area and prepare for descent. We are bound for our final destination, Sector Victor. Upon arrival, preparations for our scheduled re-ascension will begin immediately. Do not delay in exiting the vessel. Does my voice really sound like that?
Yes.
You didn't make them play it back for you?
I did not feel it was necessary.
Well, now you know better.
Escape pod access granted.
Rude.
Do not proceed unless authorized.
I authorize myself.
This doesn't
Granted.
look like the way to an escape pod.
No, it does not.
You don't say. About time we got these, though. Some free Mark 10s. Not Mark 10s, Mark 3s. Whatever they're called.
Alright,
Hey.
This is definitely not an escape pod. Where are we?
Pulse room initialized. Emergency reboot required.
A surveillance and intelligence room. Likely a contingency planned for by Pacific, with access available only to them. The designation of this place as an emergency escape pod seems to have been a deception.
But if there were no escape pods, that means...
The implications are disturbing. But we must press on.
You probably had normal escape pods. Do we do this one first? It might be the next thing in the thing, so.
Reboot complete. Power levels critical. Establish tap wire circuit to initialize long-range sensors.
I get it. These tap wire things do more than just listen to people. There are also batteries that suck up thermal energy around them to act as a power backup for this equipment.
The long-range sensors that this room promises us could be of great value, Sergeant. I want these tap wires recovered and returned here as soon as possible.
Not too sure we can do that. I mean, we're missing one. Wherever could it be?
The contents of Sector Zulu have been sealed and all assets to command. Not all of them. Have the secured. You saw nobody is going anywhere. Both of us know that this is mission we will when we return to Earth. Command, understand? Yeah, you will understand the consequences. Because I'm going to do my... You can face them.
Tap wires reclaimed. Return to Pulse room for placement.
It seems that Pacific had agents throughout the expedition, in addition to these listening devices.
Yeah, and it sounds like the Groundbreaker and I were two of those people who weren't going anywhere. Let's get all of these back to the Pulse room.
Okay, first one.
Tap wire 1. Connecting.
Glad that was number 1.
Tap wire 2. Connecting.
Or maybe it...
Tap wire 4. Connecting.
Okay, yeah, okay. They're not.
Tap wire 3. Connecting. Tap wire 5. Connecting. Tap wire 6. Connecting. Tap wire 7. Connecting. Tap wire 8. Connecting. Tap wire. Circuit complete. Restoring full power to Pulse room. Automated removal of tap wire vocal distortion initiated. Stand by.
System, you told us these recordings were supposed to remain anonymous.
Earlier statements were aligned with security protocols for unauthorized playback.
In other words, anybody who stumbled across the fact that we were all being spied on by these things would at least think their identities were being protected. But they weren't. Pacific built this room to do whatever they wanted.
Playback ready. Interact with console to begin.
Okay.
Playback initiated.
Yeah. Just gonna lean back in my chair.
Place beneath Sector Victor is like other places on Calyx, Sergeant. What we are now calling Sector Zulu does not...
Sir, that isn't Pacific. That's... you.
That exists completely outside of my memory. But continue. Your actions have threatened the trust between all of us.
Please, tell me how to fix this. No.
Sergeant.
I would never do any of this. It must be fake. There'll be an imperfection in it somewhere. We just have to keep going. I want to go down there anyways. No.
A shame that they never considered something so simple as an informant. Sergeant, enough! You're going to damage the mechanism.
It was me? I went down there for... I don't even know, and I found the cubes? And you made me lie about whatever they did to me?
I do not fully understand what my own motivations would have been, but it would seem so, yes.
You ordered me to set people up. My own people. They trusted me, and I did it. I would never do that, but I did it.
No. You are being unreasonable with yourself. I can move as effortlessly through this recording as you.
We have enough distractions already, and we're running out of time. I felt like I had to tell everyone about the ruins, the temple, the cubes. You will understand the consequences, because I'm gonna do everything in my power to get us home so you can face them.
You uncovered something powerful in Sector Zulu. Something clearly connected to what we have become. But whatever decisions you made from that moment on, you were trying to protect the expedition and the people in it. Even from themselves.
For all the good it did.
And we know now that this was no simple disaster. These cubes were within Calyx long before we were within them.
But what happened to everybody else? And what did you mean when you said that seizing whatever was down there was the only way our mission could still succeed?
Long-range surveillance online. Triangulating on Sector Zulu seizure vault.
I believe we are beginning to find out.
I do like the storyline. It's really nice.
Attention. This recording has been deciphered in accordance with the Phoenix Protocol. Playback by unauthorized persons is punishable at the discretion of Command Group Pacific.
The place beneath Sector Victor is not like other places on Calyx, Sergeant. What we are now calling Sector Zulu does not extend for kilometers in every direction, and could not have been discovered until our survey of Victor was complete. But it has no resources. Apart from some unusual ruins, the first evidence of life we've seen since the vaults we found in Sector Alpha, there is nothing of value to the expedition. Accordingly, you will undertake a personal investigation into these ruins to confirm the absence of anything significant within them and file it in our logs as an unremarkable mineral survey.
What should I file if I do find something significant?
File nothing. I will find you.
It looks like these long-range scanners are looking for more than a bunch of secret relics.
The scans likely include everything that was utilized on the mission as well. Some of these signal sequences appear to be related to piloted mechanical suits. Perhaps environmental conditions in Zulu were far beyond what our regular suits were built to withstand.
Or maybe we just needed help hauling as much alien junk out of Zulu as possible. One of these suit signals looks a little different, though. It seems to have been here in Victor for a year before the rest of them were.
The only reason I can imagine such a suit would have been in Victor prior to then is if someone was audacious enough to believe they personally deserved one and decided to appropriate it for themselves.
Permanently borrowing one of those does sound like something I would have done.
These systems should inform us once a location has been found. Investigating the items seized from Zulu is our top priority. But a fortified construction apparatus that the Groundbreaker can utilize will serve us well.
If I stole it once, we might as well steal it again.
I've been giving you orders to assist you, Colonel. Proceed to the new signal on your HUD. A secure storage room in the barracks facility. The passcode is Chi Sigma 9.
What is the status of our rescue mission?
This task is related. I will explain when you arrive.
Sure. I kind of actually want to finish listening to all of these recordings. So...
What we saw down there, those cubes and how they reacted, I can't stop thinking about it.
Precisely my point. Imagine the consequences if the entire expedition became focused on this distraction.
I know. We have enough distractions already. And we're running out of time.
If you're not capable of sealing the entrance, I am more than capable of replacing you with somebody who will.
I'm fine, sir. I'll meet you back here when it's done.
No, Sergeant. When this is done, we never meet again. What happened at the monolith was over in a moment. We understand nothing about them. Yet you've made a countless number of people believe they hold the answer to all our problems, while time continues to run out.
I thought everyone else could see what I was seeing when the monolith activated. It was so much like what I saw down in Sector Zulu. I felt like I had to tell everyone about the ruins, the temple, the cubes.
Your actions have threatened the trust between all of us. When we need it more than ever, does the expedition mean nothing to you?
It means everything to me. Please, tell me how to fix this.
Nobody's monitoring who comes or goes here, Sergeant. You can speak freely. I want to know what you've been saying to reassure your colleagues. And let me remind you that this is for their own good.
I've been telling them it was a mistake. That I was tired. That I was imagining things down in Zulu, so I kept on imagining them at the monolith, too.
And what do they say?
I don't think they care. They want to go down there anyways.
I see.
Maybe we should all go together.
How confident are you about this route within Sector Zulu?
I told you, I can feel the energy of the temple now. All I have to do is make sure we never head in that direction.
And you're certain that we'll eventually emerge someplace convincing enough to deceive them?
There are empty caves everywhere. We'll find one eventually.
And if we don't?
Then we don't. Sometimes the contingency is you just tell people the truth.
We may have underestimated the audacity of their faction, but not as severely as they underestimated the capability of ours. Their plans plans to undertake the mission to Sector Zulu without the rest of us are very impressive. Logistically sophisticated, digitally untraceable, and perfectly timed to evade our detection. A shame that they never considered something so simple as an informant.
All we need to do is wait. I'll send you a signal as soon as they send one to me.
The rogue groundbreakers have been captured. They were found precisely where you said they would be.
So what happens now?
The charges they will face can wait. The mission will resume as it was before. We will all go down to that place together. And we will not avoid the temple.
What? Why would you bring them with us after everything we went through to keep them away from there?
Because they have confessed to knowing about the cubes and the temple already. So we must force them to witness that these artifacts cannot and will not be part of our endeavor.
Destroy them. You're going to destroy them.
The contents of Sector Zulu have been fully processed. The entrance has been permanently sealed by protection zone, and all assets have been surrendered to command.
Not all of them.
Never mind that. Have the prisoners been secured?
You saw what I saw, sir. Nobody is going anywhere.
Sergeant, both of us know that this is the only way our mission can still succeed. We will answer for it when we return to Earth. Command understands the consequences.
Yeah, you will understand the consequences. Because I'm gonna do everything in my power to get us home so you can face them.
Nice. Like how the story for a was essentially a factory game is really in depth. Doesn't feel like it should be. Let's go open up these rooms. Don't know where they are. Got MS over there. What else did it say? It said priority. Okay. Have we been there? We have been there, haven't we? We've been to MS. I'm pretty sure we opened it, in fact. Confusing. Maybe it's a door within this one? I gotta go this way. And this way.
The access code worked. Interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing in here but a bunch of old mech suit parts, ma'am. And I don't think any of them are salvageable.
I see.
It must be damage from that decay wave you've been talking about. Nothing here was sealed away.
Then scan them! Retrieve the schematics! Build more in that factory! So you do anyways.
Major, restrain yourself.
These fragments don't have schematic data. They're too far gone. If it helps, we have long-range sensors going right now that seem to have picked up on some additional mech suits, but they haven't triangulated a position yet.
I'm aware of the long-range sensors you have in the pulse room, Sergeant. All they're going to find in Sector Sierra is more broken suits. And I would know. I've been stuck inside one of them for weeks. Remote control of these mechanical suits is how I was able to conduct this research in secret, hidden away, much like you were. But the suits have been disintegrating ever since that energy wave went out from the core. And without spare parts to repair the suit I am in personally, I will be trapped within it. Forever.
Which is why you sent us to find parts for you here. You haven't managed to contact command, have you?
No. The surface is silent. Every sector is silent. Even Pacific, who gave me the order to contain Sector Victor directly, is nowhere to be found. And all the while, the decay accelerates at a rate that defies every scientific principle we have ever known. Even now, I can feel it burning through me. Right when I was on the verge of connecting all of it to the monoliths, to the bottles,
Portals.
to the cubes. I was so close.
What?
Major.
Impossible energy, unleashed by a seismic event. The power to unmake an entire world. Interruption. Techtonica.
Major? Major!
Is that the game's name? Wow.
I'm still detecting a life sign, sir, but something is interfering with the transmission. She's gone. What do we do now?
We find her. If the long-range sensors of the pulse room are triangulating every mechanical suit in Sierra, one of them will contain the Major.
It doesn't seem like we have much time to save her.
If we cannot negate this wave of energy, Sergeant, I do not believe we will be saving anything. And we cannot do it without Mirage. If the Groundbreaker was unintentionally responsible, I'm sure they will help us make it right. For now, we should utilize the excavator bit we found here to restore elevator options and continue on to Sector Sierra.
I like how they give you an easy way there. So you don't have to wait to make those. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Because I want to see these portals. That's gonna take us a little bit though. Might not even be able to get there fully with this amount. How many do we need? 38,000. 750 per. We got 28 in there. Gonna need at least 50 of them. So we're still gonna have to do that. However, we're also gonna have to end it here for the day because I don't have the ability to get that. And that's exceedingly difficult to make. We need steel frames. And we need Thresher Mark IIs automated. Which we don't even have Thresher Mark IIs just yet. Get that too. Just let it happen. We don't have relay circuits at all, which is something we need for Mark IIs. Yeah, or electrical motors are automated yet. So yeah, we're gonna have to essentially buff up our factory. So I'll get to planning and most likely lay down the foundations for the next one, which will be in the freight elevator area. And we're gonna end it here for the day though. So thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day. We'll see you next time.